No. Like where it was like an action adventure game where you played as like Buff Knuckles.
Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom. Thank you. Or like the infinite jump thing with Knuckles.
What?
Bandana.
Bandana Knuckles.
Yeah, he's wearing a bandana.
Bandages.
He's wearing a bandana around his neck.
Oh, Sonic.
Oh yeah. He sure was. Wait, was that Tails?
Why would
No,
we
that was
remember
Sonic.
that of all things?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why would you not? Why would you go Buff Knuckles?
That was the first thing I thought of. Sorry.
You thought of such a non-descriptor. We went bandana. What? I legit.
Threw
I
us
couldn't
all
even
for a
connect
fucking
it.
loop there.
I just went, hey, main character. Hey, he's actually wearing clothes. The main thing being a bandana. That was my thought process.
Y'all know what? When you look up Bandana Sonic, he comes up.
Yeah, fuckers.
All right, look up Buff Knuckles.
Well, of course that's gonna come up. That's the only Buff Knuckles in existence.
I should have turned safe search on. I'll tell you that for sure.
How did you recognize all the times you were like Dragon Ball shipping? Wait, hold on. Safe search. But Buff Knuckles, you just went, this is gonna be wholesome content. I'm just saying, try it.
Gavin.
No.
Right,
Why would I try it when I would prefer to go there?
So
if I go to a high quality steakhouse, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna try something that I may or may not like, or do I want to get something that I will like?
Okay.
And I will walk out with my belly full and satisfied.
When did you feel the I'm never trying anything new again?
Oh, like 3 years ago.
What the?
Wow.
Bro, I was just talking about gun.
I will never have that feeling in my life.
Never.
Like, why? We're old
their
enough to be
experience.
like, yo, I've tried a whole lot of things. I know what I did, and I know what
But
I don't
everything
did.
I've
What's
tried-
the point of trying stuff
Have
when
you-
I can have stuff that I
Hold
might
on.
actually
Hold on.
like? I
Hold
know
on.
what I like, and I'm
DA,
gonna
how
pick
old are
that
you?
thing that I like.
DA,
as
how
opposed
old are
to
you?
Wasting my time.
But everything
my
we've
money,
tried-
and all that stuff.
But everything we've tried maybe 7% of the stuff that's out there.
Not even close. Not even that.
Absolutely, and guess what? I'm gonna be eating for the rest of my life. 7% of stuff. If Doritos go out of business, guess what? That's the end of my tortilla dream.
Oh my god. He's in his mid-30s,
It's
Ralph.
over.
Like, I don't think that number matters. He's in his early to mid-30s. And that is nowhere near the point where you should think these
I've
thoughts.
tried a lot of
Yeah, I
stuff.
can understand if you 50, 60, you like, I've lived life, I'm done.
You have
I'm
not
gonna
lived
eat what
life
I'm
in
gonna
your
eat.
30s.
Go hyperbolic like that.
You have not lived life at your 30s. I'm sorry.
Like, have you been outside the country
Oh
before?
yeah, I just gotta start eating everything. Oh, give me that squid.
Have you
give me
been-
that bat guano.
Calamari's amazing, first of
Calamari's
all.
good shit.
Have you been
Well,
outside
I'll
the country
never
before?
know.
Good shit.
Have you been outside
I'll
the country?
never know.
Have you been outside the country before?
No, I have not.
Holy shit. You have not had legitimate foreign food of anything, and you're just done.
And guess what? Unless we go to Japan, which we're planning, I never will. And guess what I'm doing when I go to Japan? Hey, look at that McDonald's right there.
You
What do
are
I
insane.
recognize?
No way.
You are...
No, dude, every time
I don't
go-
like stuff. What happened last meetup that where you go? Yeah, we're going to ramen. I went, I don't know. Cause what would I get when I go to the ramen? Just some plain ramen with a little bit of chicken and broccoli in it. And guess what? I can make that at home. Y'all getting eggs and pepper and
it's
what's this
delicious with
noodle? Okay, that's fine. I'll
This
never
is
know.
a spicy
Cause I know
pork
what
pie.
I like. And guess what? If I don't like it, I'm stuck there with a motherfucking meatball sub with eggs on it. Throwing that away.
No, I ate it. Don't play with me. I'm not wasting food. But
is-
every time I go out,
Sandwich with eggs on it. Hold on. I want to process that one. Meatball sandwich with eggs on it. Where
meatball
did that?
sub with eggs. I was thinking
What?
of a breakfast pizza, but in sandwich form with meatballs, and it didn't work. That's it.
Oh, yeah, we
And
talked
no
about
story.
this before.
And no story. Every time I go out of state for a tournament, I always go, what's the local place people go to? What's a food I haven't tried? Let me go there. I'm not going to go, hey, there go to Wendy's. Let me go to the Wendy's.
Food I
went
haven't
to
tried.
You went to Texas and you didn't try anything remotely Texan?
Like what?
Barbecue.
Barbecue. Texas barbecue.
I've had barbecue.
Oh my Jesus! You went to Texas and I went to
I went to
Tennessee.
Texas for a con.
Yes.
Guess what I'm doing all day? I'm in line. And guess when I'm out of line? 9 o'clock. And what I'm gonna do and walk my balls over 2 miles up to a barbecue shop, or am I gonna go up the street to McDonald's?
This is
You cut me in on autograph time, and we don't do that here.
You are a monster, yo. The first place I went in Tennessee was a barbecue place.
BG?
Then I tried a local pizzeria down there. In Chicago,
That's
saying,
great.
BG. I beg you, go to Japan. Leave his ass here.
he doesn't deserve it.
He doesn't.
He doesn't deserve the culture.
Hey, where's BG? Oh, he went to Japan.
And just bring back as much fucking Japanese food as possible and just stock your damn house. Anything he buys, throw in the
away
trash.
his account,
You will
everything.
try this.
Hide his wallet, hide his phone. Hey, what you eating today, DA?
He'll probably just walk to
up the street, go to that.
Yeah, he's
Taco
fucking.
Bell.
He's fucking Flash. Oh my
Dude,
god.
it's
Okay, we
disgusting.
need. We'll be on this all damn day. We need to.
Piece of shit.
Yes, you are.
Correct. Quit speaking in the third person.
When did you become right? When did you say a right thing? I'm going to Japan to eat McDonald's. Though they do have some weird sandwiches over there that
Yeah.
might be worth
Right.
it.
But he won't try them.
No. Hold on. Japanese McDonald's.
No. I'm not saying I'm not trying to like a new Doritos flavor, but things that I have not tried, like oysters, lobster, crab, I'm never gonna try that crap. But if it's just another combination of a burger, I'll rock that out. You're not grubbing at a fine dining establishment. You're there for the environment. You're not there to fill your belly. You go in there 25% full. You walking out freaking 60% full. You not grubbing. But you go to McDonald's to grub. It's two totally different things. It's two totally different objectives that's trying to be accomplished here.
I'm just imagining advertisements for McDonald's. McDonald's, you come here to grub.
I
You
mean,
acting like people wouldn't walk in like, I do come here to grub.
that's a good slogan, yo. It's not like you're hey, McDonald's, stuff the slop in your face.
No.
You come here to grub.
It's like you know what you're here for.
I'm just
You here to
saying,
order
though,
a 20-piece and a burger.
like I can agree with that sentiment completely.
There are 3 numbers that you cannot wager on Jeopardy. 1488 for its white supremacist connotations, 666, and 69.
Nice.
I
So-
feel like Alan Trebek would have been cool with 69.
So,
Yeah.
like, can you do 6969?
Can you do 169, or is it just all 69 is just banned?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Like,
But
is it
can
like
you do
the-
88?
Can you do 4? Why not 420? Oh, Jeopardy's slipping.
Cause yeah, like I want to know how specific that rule is.
Yeah, I'm sure there's so many bad numbers out there. Can you do 911?
Oh man. Ooh.
Oh my goodness. No, Jeopardy. Is one of us gonna have to join for the meme, for the goof?
I'm wagering $69. You cannot do that. I'm wagering, what was that? It was some Nazi number.
1488.
1488.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Podcast of Stuff, episode 253.
The warning from last week is still in effect for football.
It's only one game left, right?
It's today, yeah.
It was like the Bengals won, I saw.
Yes, they did. It was a great game too. Glad they won. Get the out of here. No Mahomes, no Brady. Oh, it's so delicious. No Rodgers. Now I just need Stafford in the Super Bowl.
No, And then Brady is back and forth on, I'm retired, or maybe I'm not. My dad says I'm not.
So what happened there is I believe he told people he was retiring, but if he is still active on the team February 4th, I think it is, he gets like $15 million.
Ah.
So I think he's actually decided to retire, but hasn't told the organization yet, so he can get to his 15 mil.
Understandable. It's some pocket money, you know.
For Brady, yeah. For the rest of us, for life.
Oh boy. So you guys are like 3-ish hours north of me. How cold has it been there these past couple days?
It's supposed to be -1 at some point at the lowest.
Oh, fun.
It's been pretty bad. Been pretty
like it's barely for like the past couple days. Today it was in the 30s, which was, you know, a heat wave. But the last
we're
days,
getting that Tuesday we get 43 at high, and 34 at low.
We're gonna be at the 50s on Tuesday. But yeah, like the past couple days, it's barely got to double digits here. So I can't imagine.
Yeah, on Friday, the lowest is supposed to be -2. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here, winter. Hate
I
it.
mean, I loves me some winter, but my God, there has to be a cap.
Hold on. You're the one who was just like seeing like Wisconsin or like North Dakota or something was like gets into like -60s, and you're like, wouldn't you want to try that?
I do still want to try it, wouldn't you?
No.
Just to say you tried it?
No.
Then how are you capping on DA for his food?
That's like there's a potential for enjoyment there.
But there's
just no potential for enjoyment in negative.
You have no idea if you would enjoy -60-degree weather.
I know I don't enjoy single-digit degree weather.
Yeah, but again, there has to be a cap to where it's so cold you kind of just don't even realize it.
No.
Yeah, and then you die.
And then you die, yes!
Followed immediately by nothingness. It's not the experience that you're hoping for, I'm wondering.
I would 100% try it.
No.
100%.
Not at all.
That sounds awesome. Just to be out there for like 5 minutes, awesome.
And then after that 5 minutes, then what?
Then go back in and go, wow, that was an experience. As I warm up some hot cocoa.
I was trying to think of some analogy, but no, just fuck that shit.
But again, as far as, you know, your day-to-day life, there has to be a cap. And heat and cold. Like, I will go up to 88 comfortably. Anything above that, it starts to get hot to me. Uncomfortable hot. I will go down to 17 comfortably. Anything below that, it starts to get really cold. Uncomfortably so.
I'm like 20s.
That's too high.
Like 32 is manageable. Like just getting into freezing.
That's
with,
beyond
some
manageable.
light
That's
snow.
super comfortable.
No. It's still cold.
No, that feels great. 32?
No.
Y'all are
At all.
nuts.
Thank you, Gavin.
No, I could rock up with some low double. Yeah, no, I didn't say 30s isn't great. He's talking about it's cold. I'm like, that's super comfortable.
Then as far as hot, like I could go into like comfortably mid 80s.
Yeah,
like mid 70s is ideal. But then, like, obviously, I still get hot, but I will take a hot day over a cold day any day of the week. 100%.
Oh no, give me cold over heat.
Outside of sleeping, I don't think I've hit my threshold.
Really, for heat or cold?
Heat.
Really? Not even in Georgia? Dude, I was dying down there. When we was getting them 102 days.
I was still just like, yeah, this is drink something and I'm cool.
No, I was like, turn on everything.
Cold. It's like 50 where I'm just like...
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I just legitimately hate being cold.
Same here.
I hate being hot. That's why we're going on different sides of the U.S.
You're literally going to like one of the most northern parts of the country, and he's going to one of these furthest southern that isn't Florida.
Oh, and why would you go to Florida?
Beaches?
Maine got beaches.
True. I was mostly saying DA.
Michigan got beaches.
Yeah, lake beaches are different from beaches. Let's be real here.
I mean, if you're just on that area, wouldn't it be? Couldn't you go to like Virginia or something? I don't know what's in that. There's a beach area there.
Yeah. I mean, anything on the East Coast is still a beach. It's just depending on how hot you want it. So like New York, like all of the like southern-ish New England area, like those are all fine, especially during the summer. Go a little further south, you got the Carolinas, Myrtle Beach, what have you. You guys ever been to Myrtle Beach?
That's where my company is.
Your what?
My company, the place I work for.
Oh, okay. I got really confused. I'm like, wait, did you started a company? What?
Oh, I wish
what?
Never.
Oh,
I won't even have an LLC for this author bush.
Yeah, Gavin, I'm basically the same way. It's just like as soon as I have to start putting on jackets, I'm just like, ugh.
A light spring jacket in like 48-degree weather is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, y'all are bums.
Give me weather where I can wear shorts and a t-shirt comfortably, and I'm a happy camper. All right. I believe Ralph. I mean, he could just join late at whatever point. Yes, thank you, Gavin. As he did the last time he said he wasn't going to be here, and then he just snuck in. But Ralph is not here currently in terms of the absence/late markers. Talk about my triumph. And also, Triton, if you're talking about those Ruby videos, I talked about them last week. I don't know if DA ever watched them, but
I think he's talking about he beat somebody in Smash.
Oh, well, he mentioned earlier that he wanted to know if we watched the videos that he posted on Discord.
Okay.
Oh. I have not watched those yet.
I did. I watched those.
How'd he do?
Oh, he did good. He's got a long way to go before he gets to the top of the mountain, though. But
well, I mean, we're not at the top of the mountain.
True, but we're at the top of our mountain.
there you go.
We played a couple matches and it did not go super well.
I feel like because I even talked to him about it when I was playing in the tournament this past Wednesday and then watching it. I feel like Bell is a lot harder of a matchup purely because of Pocket.
And especially since if you don't know what Belle is doing, you're gonna get stuck. But it's the second that you're just like, I know 51% of her stuff, she's free.
I don't know. It really depends. Like, especially online, there's some Isabels. Like, it's interesting because I have not fought an Isabel yet that plays like yours, which is interesting.
But is that good or bad?
I just think you can diversify your playstyle that much. Like DA plays very trap based. He likes to place his Lloyd and then camp you out and then pop you here and there.
Feels like the way it should be done.
Some people go super aggro in terms of the fishing rod. They will continuously pepper you with the slingshot and then just try and get you off stage and then keep slingshotting. I've seen a lot of different stuff. And DA doesn't really do a lot of like some of the Bell combos that I've seen with Lloyd. At least I haven't seen it as recently. But yeah, and then like Ridley is fodder for any ranged character. Any ranged character. He's a big boy, and he gets hit by all the things. I literally, right before this podcast, on Elite Smash, got matched up in a row, a Samus into a Belmont into a Link. I managed to beat the Link. The other two, not so much. But yeah,
I hear bad things about online Samuses.
it's online ranged characters in general. Any projectile gets a major boost online just because there's less reaction time, and characters that completely revolve around it, especially on Battlefield-esque stages, they'll just camp underneath the platform and like Samus, missile, charge shot, missile, charge shot. You approach, they'll throw out a remote bomb. There's a lot of that. Lynx will pepper you with the bows and the boomerang. The boomerang especially. I fucking hate the boomerang. I think young Link is Ridley's worst matchup by far. Because that stupid thing can go through platforms. I can't land at all. But actually, DA, if you would like to join me occasionally on one of these weeks, Hungrybox is bringing back his weekly tournament that now every week, granted we're never going to see a cent of this money, but has a $2,000 prize pool every week, free entry.
If you believe you're gonna lose, you've already lost.
All the big names are entering. All of them.
What did I just say?
All of them. I'm still going to enter and still try, but yeah, I need to see how that price breaks down in terms of placements, but yeah, I'm gonna be trying to enter those every week now, if I can. You have to I think DA can beat Spargo potentially. No.
No, you place too much faith in me. Like I said,
Lack of matchup knowledge.
yeah, that's all it was. I had to sit there and just okay, here's what Robin can do. Boom, boom. You just don't know what they can do. Once you know what they can do, you get hit by stuff a lot less, and then you get hit by stuff a lot less. You're like, okay, I understand this character. Boom.
Yep.
But then sometimes, like I said, there's some matches that are just like, nope, I'm just never gonna win this. If I fight 100 Falcos, I will win maybe one. I don't know what it is, but Falco just destroys me
Interesting.
constantly.
That is interesting.
You would think that the dumb little combos wouldn't work since Belle is so little and light, but she just gets eaten up, and I'm like, why? This isn't fair.
Maybe it's like airspeed or something. She doesn't have great airspeed, so I don't know. Yeah, that's odd.
I honestly don't know what it is, and I hate it.
Yeah, like to me, Young Link easily is my worst matchup. I rarely beat Young Links. All of the boomerang, like I said, goes through platforms. I can't do anything. His bow is stupid fast. It combos into everything. His boomerang also combos into everything. It's just a nightmare. But yeah, until people get their shit together, I will probably be playing in some more online tournaments. Yeah, Pyramithra is fun to play, but is typically awful to play against. I've found that. I love playing as them, but then as soon as I match up with one and a good one, I'm just like, fuck, I fucking hate this. Stupid blazing end. Then I immediately start doing it more when I play the character. But yeah. So if you ever want to join me in one of those tournament ventures, DA. Yay, nay?
Nope.
No? Okay.
I've got no interest in that. That's not my forte.
Boo.
I'm just like, hey, I like playing in Elite Smash. I'll play that and then just move on. I'm not gonna sit there, wait my turn. Move on. Nah, that's just not me.
Okay.
That's fair. Dude, the tournament life is not it.
Yeah.
It's not it.
Not for me. Dude,
So there was a big Melee tournament this past week. Online tournament using Slippy. In order to help raise money for Genesis, which is one of the biggest Smash tournaments. And it happens yearly. They had to push back the tournament, of course, due to COVID concerns, and they were out, I think it was 6 figures they said. So Ludwig,
Jesus.
Ludwig, who came from the Smash community, is now a gigantic YouTube streamer. He got like an exclusive deal with YouTube very recently. Hosted a $30,000 prize pool tournament for Melee, while also helping raise money for the Genesis folks to help them recoup their costs. And I saw something super. It was just like, ooh, some drama and some what's the word I'm trying to think of? Self-inflicted pressure that some players will put on themselves, like, come to a head. IBDW or Cody, very good Melee player, Fox player. He recently won the most recent Melee Summit. And he had like this, he's had mental issues in terms of performance and playing for a while now. And he put on this, like, he won that. So he was putting this pressure on himself. He's like, I have to be the best now. I have to be the best now. I have to be the best now. And over the tournament, Hungrybox beat him in winners. And it's the first time that HBox has beat him in like 2 years. And there was some people that went into Cody's chat and, you know, were shit talking just because the internet is full of scumlords. But he kind of like just broke down into a depression, stopped his stream, either like suspended or deleted his own Twitter, and then did not stream the rest of the tournament. It was bad.
Yeah, you see it often in these types of tournament settings because, for the most part, the top players are playing 10 hours a day, 8 hours a day, 14 hours a day for days, weeks, months, and then the tournament comes and you barely make top 32, and it's just like it feels awful.
Yeah. And just like it doesn't help. Like there are some players, you know, can roll with the punches, roll with losses and what have you. But sometimes you just like get so much in your own head that it really messes with you. An ultimate player that gets like that is Tweak. Him and Leo were going back and forth for a tiny bit at the beginning of like post-quarantine, I should say. And then he just started getting worse and worse and worse results to the point where it's just like, yep, I'm not going to tournaments for a while. I'm not streaming. I'm not doing coaching anymore. Like, it was just like, whoo, okay. But yeah, it can be kind of nuts. Who do y'all think I'll beat first, Gavin, DA, or Mike? He says he's thinking me. And a couple of people are saying DA.
Yo, you didn't see the matches that we played. It wasn't pretty. You need Isabel experience, and you simply can't get that. And then
There's not enough out there.
Even if you do get that Isabel experience, like Mike said, I don't play Isabel like other people play Isabel. So you've got my knowledge, which you've seen where I just run rough shot with just randoms and just like somebody get me off of this random. So you've got my game knowledge, you got Isabel, and then you got my Isabel.
Did he? My memory is shot right now. Did he beat my Ridley that stream?
I bounced, so I don't.
I don't remember that, but for yeah, this past week has been a blur. But Ridley's my best character, so I got you to 1 stock. Okay, that's what I thought. But then I explained this during the stream too, though. When you face certain characters, you kind of expect like a certain type of play style. And Triton had kind of the Ralph thing going for him, where he was playing Samus way differently than I had played any other Samus in my life. So I was just getting surprised by stuff.
You get that a lot in like mirror matches because you know what should be done, and they're not doing it, and it throws you off.
Yeah. And just Ralph it's just the chaos factor. All right, enough about Smash. More than likely probably like later this week, I definitely want to do an arena. People have been asking for it again. I am entered into, again, tournament on Wednesday, and then I still have yet to play, but we'll still kind of talk about it a teeny bit, the new Pokemon game. I was going to do it, but this weekend I was just like, yeah, I don't feel like streaming.
Can I say something about the new Pokemon game real quick?
No.
Okay, never mind. Go ahead, Mike.
You can say it after the weekly reminder that Black Lives Matter, Stop Asian Hate, wear your damn masks, and get your boosters and vaccines.
Cancel Spotify.
What?
Oh, you haven't heard the Spotify stuff?
No.
Okay, so Joe Rogan, biggest person on Spotify, tons of misinformation about COVID-19.
Mhm.
So Neil Young was just like, yeah, no, I'm taking all my music off of Spotify, period. Done. Because of the Joe Rogan misinformation. Now other people are stepping in trying to take their music and their podcasts off of it, or just not creating new podcasts under the contract for Spotify. Tons of users are canceling their accounts, and Spotify put out a statement today that they're gonna start putting a advisory sticker essentially on any episodes that have COVID-19 information, which does not help curb the misinformation. It just warns you that there may be information in the episode.
That's not good.
It
That's
doesn't
not
say
good
it's
enough.
misinformation, that it is just information.
Yes.
That's stupid.
Anything with COVID information, they're marking as this has COVID-19 talk in this episode of the podcast. So people are like, nope, that's not good enough. So there is rumblings that Taylor Swift may take her stuff off.
that won't affect them at all.
Dave Grohl,
Small little indie artist Taylor Swift.
Dave Grohl is taking his stuff off. Foo Fighters, that type of stuff. Yeah. So they're really looking not great right now. Their stock plummeted like 4 billion.
They were trending on Twitter.
Yeah, it's big bad stuff.
Wow. Just all for
the Pokemon game.
This one dude. I just find
Yeah,
that.
and people are like, there's a bit of rumblings that people think that they're going to quietly cancel his contract and pay him out a ton of the money he's owed and let him go to another platform, saying that he was fired for the truth or whatever. Yeah, dude, it's disgusting stuff going on right now. But the Pokemon thing, so there's people that are just like, this isn't your typical Pokemon game. Oh, whoops, sorry. This isn't your typical Pokemon game. So you can't go in with that mindset. Just enjoy it for what it is. I hate that phrase because under the lens of enjoy it for what it is, can you truly not enjoy anything? Because
you can always find something within it to enjoy and just like, let's enjoy this for what it is. And
it's not like that. So people, if they have problems with the new Pokemon, let them talk about it instead of just enjoy it for what it is. Like that offers nothing in the discourse.
the biggest thing that I heard, it just looks like crap.
Oh, horrendous. I'm talking PS2 Wii era type of stuff. Nintendo gets away with so much just because their games are quote unquote fun, because they constantly deliver with underdeveloped products. They constantly don't offer the things people want. There was a recent thing, because Nintendo Music is not on these streaming services. They don't upload them to YouTube or anything. So the only way to hear these soundtracks is to either rip it from the game yourself or to listen to it through somebody else that uploaded it to YouTube. They just took down 1,300 songs because some dude was just uploading, not even profiting. He didn't monetize it or anything because they don't want their stuff on YouTube. And now, how are you going to hear these songs? There was once a Twitter thread where Nintendo was like, what's your favorite Zelda music? And people kept linking it through YouTube, and they took down every one that people linked. Just a company. But they don't get talked about enough. Nintendo is the closest the truly close thing in the console space to anti-consumer practices. I need this. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of Nindy right now.
It's valid. I'm in the Gavin camp though in terms of the graphics thing. I've never been one to really care too much about graphics at all, so that doesn't bug
Big
me.
same. Give me less work for game developers, less pretty graphics, less busy work in Creed games of collecting things for 80 hours. Just give me a tight 14-hour game that looks pretty good.
But yeah, besides sans the graphics of this game, like I mean, blah. John put it. It's put it succinctly. He said this is the best Pokemon game, or the game is the best Pokemon has been for years, and that's what I'm seeing a lot of. It's just like, looks like shit, plays amazing.
Yeah, I also hear that it's more about the lore of Pokemon and such.
Mhm.
So, yeah, Pokemon fans, I'm sure they're absolutely loving it.
Yeah. Yeah, some of the designs are ass. Basically, all of the variants of the starters look stupid.
My goodness, I saw some stuff. I'm like, how are y'all getting away with this?
Shamrot
Why
is
is he
just a
doing
color swap. I think that's the water. It's Oshawott final evolution. I don't remember the whatchamacallit. I don't remember the full evolution's name, but yeah, it looks weird. They did my boy Decidueye dirty. Decidueye is my favorite grass starter. Favorite final evolution. And they just made him look like shit. Not even a even close-ish resemblance to the original. Like, Typhlosion looks close. He just looks depressed.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's awful.
What, Decidueye?
Yeah.
It's just like, he's grass fighting now, which I hate. Just stop with fighting in the starting starters.
No,
it's
blank fighting, sir.
Like, at least it's not firefighting, because there's been like 3 or 4 of those. but yeah, all the starters look like crap. I legit hit that starter. I ran one and what, Decidueye in general? I love Decidueye.
Yeah,
Ghost grass,
you love
man.
crap then.
He's basically he's an undead owl Robin Hood.
Whack.
Honestly, all the starters of that gen were really fucking good. That was the Sun and Moon gen.
I wouldn't know. I got out after Gen 2.
It's so long.
It's so long ago, dude.
Like, my favorite gens, I mean, obviously Red and Blue, Gold, Silver, Ruby, Sapphire. I wasn't super big into Diamond and Pearl. Never didn't really like Black and White at all.
If we're talking Pokemon, we'd have to get Chris. That kid is in there.
I liked X and Y. I liked Sun and Moon. Sword and Shield were okay. Brilliant Diamond was amazing. The shiny hunting is so easy now. Yeah, I don't know. I just never was into Diamond and Pearl for whatever reason. Sorry, I just saw Gavin. All right. Let's get on. So yeah, that obviously that game came out. I'm gonna be playing it later on stream. I'm excited. I have heard a lot of good things about it. What else? I just looked up games coming out soon.
Oh, dude, February and March is hideous.
Video games in 2022.
And I'm just gonna be playing Yakuza. Like
Oh, dude, yeah. No,
10 minutes before starting.
no new games in March for me.
You beat the first one, right?
Oh, Tiny Tina. I forgot about that. Yes, I did. I beat Yakuza 0,
Mm-hmm. Well,
which
yeah.
is the 6th one, but it's the first
chronologically. Let's see here. Seafood
Yeah, I've
kind of
given
looked
up on.
interesting.
I'm giving up on all new games until I at least knock out 5 or 6 games I have not completed.
There you go. There's something. Oh wow, that comes out in March. Kirby.
Yeah,
Shit.
dude. February, March is hideous. Dude, Like a Dragon was tremendous. I can't play other Yakuzas now. Simply can't.
Yeah, we had that discussion. Was best and worst last week?
Week before.
Week before, okay. Where? Horizon. That's the next game on my docket. Horizon Forbidden West. I need to play the DLC of the first game. I never did do that.
John, I'm with you. If you're giving me an RPG, make it turn-based. I'm tired of this action RPG bullshit. I'm tired of this pseudo turn-based bullshit. Even though I do love me some pseudo turn-based stuff. Give me pure and simple turn-based, or make the mechanics different, like Chain of Memories, where there's like a card system implemented into it. Something. Don't just have me mash a button. Oh, and then hit this button for the magic. I don't give a I want to be able to play every character, not just switch between a character at some whim and it's just like, oh, I'm just playing with them now.
I feel like that's specifically directed at FF7 Remake.
I mean, it's any action RPG. It's Scarlet Nexus. It's the Tale series.
Oh, ooh, that hurts.
I mean, I'm just tired of action RPG. I want turn-based. Give me some more personas.
That hurts. Oh boy. But did you guys see the gameplay? There's like a vignette this week for Horizon, the new Horizon game.
No. I saw of it, but I decided not to look into anything new, really.
Okay, so do you not want me to talk about it, Dan?
I mean, you can. I don't care.
Okay. So a couple of the things that I was really happy about is, one, they've like fleshed out combat even more. Like the combat in the game was all right, but it was very much like the Tomb Raider like level up system, kind of like the pseudo RPG level up systems of like that yoke. They increased it a lot, a bunch of new different combat trees and what have you. They've made, well, they didn't go to the level of Breath of the Wild and you can climb everything. They have made more climbable surface, and they have this scanning tool that basically will very briefly highlight the area and will show you what is climbable. And I'm just like, okay, you know what? That's fine.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, that's the one thing I hated about the first game, is just those very linear, narrow paths that you had to climb up to get to this one stupid thing. But yeah, overall it looks very, very good. This, like, they just made a lot of improvements to a lot of different things, like the you know how when you talk to people in the first Horizon where it was like kind of very Mass Effect, where it's just like you're just standing there and it's like the same talking pose animation? They've made them all more dynamic, more unique. Just a lot of small, tiny improvements all around. I'm actually really looking forward to it. People stop being pissed about how Aloy doesn't look feminine enough for you. Jesus fucking Christ. People come in all shapes and sizes.
People are nuts. I am having a delicious time going through the Reddit of men writing women and men drawing women. I love them. Like for the men writing women, the header says her breast bounced breastily.
I mean,
and the second I heard that, I was like, oh, I'm in for this whole Reddit. There was one writer that just spent like a paragraph and a half describing a butthole. Dude, it's crazy. I love it.
Sounds like A+ writing to me. I don't know about you guys. Wow.
Oh yeah, men writing women, not writing. That's a whole different Reddit.
Kosaka's defenseless anus. Oh boy. All right. Let's see what else we got here. I have not watched it yet. I've been meaning to. But from all that I've seen and all that's been talked about even in our own Discord, yes, exactly, BG. Peacemaker is a good show.
No, it is. I mean football, but it is.
I know.
But yeah, Peacemaker is unbelievably great. It's one of the few title sequences that not only do I never skip, I actively go back and rewatch before I start the episode sometimes. It's that f***ing good. The series is that f***ing good. There is no character I don't like.
That's good stuff. How many episodes is there, and how many episodes is there out?
There are 6 out, and there are 8 in total. So it's this week, next week, and the week after, and then that's it.
Wait, that math doesn't add up. That's 9.
This week is the 6th.
Oh,
Next week is the 7th. The week after is the 8th, and that's it.
I mean, you said there were 6 out, but
oh, did I say it was 6?
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay, that's my fault there. Maybe the 6th one's coming out. That's my fault.
Okay. Yeah, I might wait a little bit until until it's fully out.
Yeah, that was my plan until I watched those first 3, and then I went, I'll watch the 4th when it comes out. Then I'll batch the last 4. Nope, sorry, you're a dummy. That's not how it works here, sir.
So is this? Do you think like this is like the turning point of Cena like really getting more into acting, a la Dwayne Johnson?
I mean, he was already kind of there. He had done some.
He
was
done
in
a lot of like
Bumblebee. He
really
had done
like
some-
C D tier movies. You know?
No,
he's done that one comedy where he was like a firefighter with children or something.
yeah, that was terrible. I'm talking more like cock blockers. He was really good in that. I wouldn't call that CD tier.
Okay.
He's done some. I would say something more along the lines of like Vacation Friends or whatever the crap that was, where it's just like a Hulu movie.
Mm-hmm.
Gavin, he was Cena's dad, but he was Fred's dad, but he was just playing John Cena. It was nothing. There was nothing there. He was just straight out the ring and straight out of that fridge.
I could definitely see him off of Peacemaker getting more prominent, prevalent work, more in the eye work of like a mainstream audience, as opposed to a movie that's gonna make like 70 million. He might get movies that might make like 200.
Yeah, you know what? I think The Rock is a bad comparison. More Dave Bautista, I feel like.
Yeah,
he
Batista
got
is
the role
probably
as Drax,
closer.
and then he was in a Bond movie. He's been in a whole bunch of shows. Like he's in Dune. Like he's been in a bunch of stuff now.
The biggest issue with Cena is it's just that his look. He's just like not really remarkable looking.
He has and this is the only way I could describe it, like a square face.
Yes, that's apt.
A very,
But it works for him.
a very Chad face.
And like, he's rocking it. I think he aired with either going over the top kid stuff or over the top serious action star stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He needs some comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
It's interesting too, and this is very much like I'll call it like I think it's any professional sport, but I'll call it the NBA effect, where when you see Cena next to people relatively his size, you don't really know how giant he is, and then you see him in other stuff around normal people, and you're like, dude, this guy's fucking enormous.
Yeah, that's the same thing that happened with Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona. Like in WWE, he doesn't seem that big because there's so many big dudes around him. But the second he went just like standing with fans, it's just like this dude is enormous.
I've seen that, like I've had this happen to me in person once. I was going out to eat near Cleveland with my dad, and we're walking in, and I see this like, just it looks like a dude on stilts was walking into this restaurant. And he had to actually like crouch his head down in this revolving door because he was too tall. And at one point the door stopped and he bonked his head into the front of the door. And then as we walk in and I look and I'm like, oh, that's Zydrunas Ilgauskas. That's the like a really famous center for the Cleveland Cavs. He was working the front office at the time. It was right before LeBron came back. And he's like 7'3", 7'4". And again, when he's, next to other NBA players, like, he looks tall, but, he's still relatively the same size. And then I saw him in person.
He's legitimately like 6 inches off of typical NBA star. It's just like, oh, he's just a kind of tall dude.
And then I see
And
him,
then
and I'm
you
like,
see him in real life, it's like, oh, humans shouldn't be that tall.
yeah.
He can't support himself.
He's almost 2 feet taller than me.
Like, he was there with his wife, who, like, literally went up to his hip. Like, she was shorter than me.
That's the stuff I never get when I see them NBA stars and they're with their girlfriends and it's barely at their belly button. I'm just like, what's up?
It's like, man, it's like walking around with a kid. Imagine holding hands. It's like, and let's cross the street. That's not romantic.
It's like in Legoshi and Haru. Just this big wolf and this tiny rabbit. And you're just like, wait, logistically, what happened there?
Honestly, it's, you guys have seen the anime or the manga My Love Story, right? Where it's the, like, gigantic dude and the really tiny girl.
I know of it, yes.
But yeah, moving right along. Let's see, what do we got?
Yeah, watch Peacemaker, everybody.
Yes, I need to. There was a new trailer for the Halo TV show, and I'm kind of turning on it a tiny bit.
Oh no!
Oh, man, that, huh?
In the up or the down?
Down. It looks
No!
fun. I will say, like
this.
some of the action stuff that they showed off does look pretty good. The Covenant actually does look pretty good in it. But how they're changing the story, I don't like some of the things I'm seeing.
Now, really quick, do you think that you're subconsciously comparing this to Red versus Blue at all?
No, not at all.
Oh.
I'm comparing
All
it to Halo.
All right. Just making sure. Is that still going on?
Oh, yeah. Halo Infinite just came out.
No, Red versus Blue.
Oh, yes. It's just basically everyone who was ever attached to it originally is not working on the show anymore, so most people are
Oh, goodness.
not really enjoying it.
Oh, yeah, so it's not even... The fact that you said people aren't really enjoying it just says a lot.
As
Dang,
far
that
as I can tell.
Because you're like, I ain't watching that shit.
I wonder if people don't enjoy it or they just don't enjoy that it's not the originals. It's always hard to tell.
Yeah, that might be both, you know?
Just wait till we get to a position where we can franchise this podcast. I can't wait for y'all to get those bumps.
Gavin, it's basically Red versus Blue, but worse in difference. I'm
Oh,
telling
no!
you, it's far worse.
What? No!
Just because, yeah, they basically moved away from all the original characters, and it's like a bunch of new characters, like set in a time period, I think, before Red versus Blue proper. And yeah, so it's like whole new voice cast and what have you.
So it's
Mostly
basically
3D
Fantastic
animated.
Beasts and where to find them.
Yeah, that, you know what? I feel like that is the closest comparison that you could possibly say.
Oh, dude, that series sucks.
That sounds right to me.
I'm with you, Triton, but I was never into Halo itself, so Red versus Blue doesn't really hit for me.
Yeah, and it's definitely. I feel like especially now, like some of the comedy might not land as well as it used to.
Mike, why don't you just watch it, you coward?
What, the new one?
Instead of just speculating, yeah.
No. I'm talking original Red versus Blue.
Oh, okay.
Just saying for like someone like Triton going back and watching the original stuff. Like I feel like some of it might not hit some of the comedy.
I'll tell you this. I really enjoyed their comic when they were making that.
Oh yeah, the not RVB, but the Rooster Teeth comic.
Yeah.
God, that was so long ago.
Oh yeah.
Like 16 years ago? I think I was like 14 when I joined the site.
It was a
13?
long time.
It's been a bit.
DA, you can't call people
I
cowards.
absolutely can.
I have no stake in this because I have yet to watch what's that movie? Eternals.
I'm just saying, if I'm afraid of a dog and then I see somebody afraid of a spider, can I not call them a coward? Simply because I am also afraid of something? That the math don't track.
Real recognize real.
All right. I already did that. The director of The Batman has stated it is not an origin story, which, yeah, I don't think we need to see the beads.
Man, I'm debating even watching that crap.
Really?
They wrote down a number, slid across the table, and that mug said 3 hours. I went, maybe not. That's too long.
247 or something.
That dude, it's untested. I hate the Riddler.
You hate the outfit.
I hate the outfit. I don't know what the tone is gonna be. I'm not the biggest
Dark.
Batman fan,
Trash.
so it's like, I don't know how this is. Probably
I will not watch it in theaters.
I was about to say probably not in theater. If I'm at home and I can just like, hey, I'm on my phone, I'm playing a game or something, and just do that, so I can just keep an eye on both. But I don't think I could just sit there and watch 3 hours of Batman again.
I generally don't know if to watch this. So far, most of the stuff that I've seen, I've liked.
I
love Catwoman. Catwoman looks great.
It looks enjoyable enough, but not enjoyable enough for me to go out of my way to watch.
That mug don't warrant 3 hours.
You don't know what it warrants without
That
seeing
mug
it.
don't
Oh
warrant
yeah,
3
like
hours.
that's not a opening weekend I have to go see a thing like Spider-Man. Like that's like,
Yeah.
wait till the theaters are empty.
3 hours without including credits.
And not even an origin story. So he's already in the Batman stuff.
Get this out of here. No.
Do you
maybe
want
not.
the origin story?
No, I'm just saying this is 247 of just pure I am already the Batman.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I mean, if it's a different type of origin, I would like it. Like just seeing like the first couple of months of him just going, man, I'm tired of him trying to deal with that because we don't really see too much of that with the Batman. I don't even think we really got that with year one either.
We really only see like the worst of the worst. Like your knee cartilage is completely done. You're all bruised up, but not just like a typical night. And it's just like, dang, I'm only gonna get like 2 hours of sleep. This sucks.
Scheduling stuff with Alfred and him dealing with coffee and espressos and stuff like that. That'd be fine.
Okay.
But like I said, I'm really sort of I'm like you with the Halo TV show where the more that they're showing, the less the more I'm just backing away like
Okay.
You're losing me.
What would have been a good enough time frame for you? 212?
212 to the 2.5. Those are the with credits. If they didn't say without credits, I'd be like, yeah, okay, maybe. But they went without credits, so I'm like, okay,
Maybe
so
it's like 10 minutes of credits.
So that's legitimately sitting in the theater for some 3 hours 20 minutes with credits, after credit scene, seeing if there is one with the trailers before with the get that out of here. That nobody should be in there for that long.
I've been in there for that long.
The Avengers Endgame wasn't. They were just like, nah, we'll do what we do what we want. Eternals for some reason deemed it necessary to be almost 3 hours.
Was it necessary?
Have you watched it yet?
Maybe you should find out.
I guess that's a no.
That's a good suggestion. No, I haven't watched Eternals. I have no need to watch Eternals. Like the second we solidify when we're doing the Genlock, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna watch that because I want
Next
that
week?
as fresh as possible.
Next weekend.
I have no need to watch Eternals right now. So I will do it on my time.
Mm.
Don't me like I said something cowardly.
Legitimately, you did.
That I want to do it on my time.
Hey, I'm gonna watch this movie,
And then I fell asleep, essentially.
No, after when I was calling you a coward, like, hey, you didn't want. You were like, I'm gonna watch it, and now you're just like,
Yeah.
okay.
Am I not gonna watch it?
Again, you go. It'd be like me going. Yeah, I'm going on an airplane. Who knows what that time frame is?
But
you just saying I'm gonna do it. That means nothing.
Yeah.
So
it does mean something. It means I am gonna do it.
There's always the possibility that I'm gonna watch it because I have infinite resources. Then that's over there. There's not even a point of even saying that. You need to give a time frame.
Well, why do I need to give a time frame for anything?
Okay, so you could just say whatever. I'll watch it, and in 15 years down the line, hey, I watched it.
Yeah,
it means nothing.
It means I watched it. It
Lets
means
him
I
keep his street
fulfilled.
cred.
It means I fulfilled the words I said I was going to do.
Again, like
I'm sorry, it's not in a timely enough manner for you.
I'm going on an airplane. It doesn't say a time frame. It doesn't say anything. The
Yeah, and until
possibility
you're
for me to get on the airplane is always there. So it's not even worth me saying that I will get on an airplane.
You're deaf,
I'm just.
It's
not
open
worth,
and ready for you.
It's not worth me saying it if there's no given time frame.
I'm gonna
It
love.
But
is
the
worth
possibility is always.
I said
there.
I'm gonna read Scat Dance. That means I'm going to read it. I'm sorry it's not tomorrow. I'm sorry it's not next week.
No time frame.
But it's gonna happen.
So it's not worth saying it. You're not addressing that part.
Gavin, don't put words in my mouth. I never said I am not watching Eternal. I'm just saying I'm not watching it now.
BG is going to be in the hospital, knowing the end of his days are near. He'll be like, put on HBO or put on Disney Plus Classic.
Sir, that went out of business like 4 years ago. How?
Oh boy. All right. Moving
As
on.
real quick, with Kwame, I just got back to Raina with the bar, and she was just like, "Hey, things got real bad. Hey, go over here and figure things out." And I'm now I have to go to another bar to figure things out. But I've just been doing side missions. That's what I'm doing.
Keeping on the movie track for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. James Gunn has stated this is the last time this team will be a team.
Oh, somebody's dying.
Well, it's either that or it's either that and they're just all separating. So there will be more Guardians of the Galaxy's movies, but it won't be this team. That's what I took from the statement.
Always the possibility of Batista just like, I'm done with Drax, and so no more of this team.
Yep.
I don't care. Obviously.
Yes.
Because I'm not a fan of them films. No, I'm not interested in almost anything that's going on.
I'm interested in Thor being there.
Yeah, that's gonna be the added wrinkle that's gonna keep me in the theaters. But I don't know if it's gonna be because you got Thor: Love and Thunder as well. So I don't know if it's gonna be the Thor movie is gonna be 70% Thor, 30% Guardians, and then over there in Guardians film is gonna be 70% Guardians and 30% Thor. I don't know what they're gonna do if Thor is gonna leave for the Guardians 3. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But as it stands, I will watch it just to have my opinion on it, just to see if it got better. But I am not looking forward to this in the slightest. People gas this movie up way too much. It ain't.
Next up we have Mortal Kombat 2, the movie, has been greenlit.
Yay them. Boo every fan.
No, they can take what they learned and apply it to better things.
So
the fact you even believe this, 0.9999%.
There was some good stuff in there. You
Maybe.
accentuate the good and hide the bad.
Maybe an actual tournament.
Maybe a tournament.
Shao
You get
Kahn.
Cage in there. You
Cage.
saw that people love the fatality stuff.
Kano died,
Um,
right? I recall him dying.
That was a mistake.
That was
but
a mistake.
they were just like, hey, it's fine. Nobody's ever really gone. Shang Tsung said that right before he disappeared. He's like, don't even worry about it. Audience.
So, bring back Kano. Add Cage, Shao Kahn, actual tournament. Maybe increase the special effects budget. Just maybe.
I'm sorry. They all have powers through Arcana.
Oh, crap. I forgot about generic main character man.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about
Oh,
the Arcana.
man.
Cole Young.
Oh, that's gonna drag it down.
Oh, y'all clearly don't remember this movie.
I forgot it came out this past year, so yes, I did.
It would be better than the first, and I'm willing to put a bet on that.
Oh,
I would need to see more information.
Understandable.
But once you know what? I will judge based on the first trailer.
Your boy going in sight unseen. Have I learned my lesson? Clearly not.
You know what? No, I'll put a bet on that. What
There
you want?
you go. We can figure out the details later because it's just in production. So
Yeah.
it's always there.
Okay.
Go through.
It is written
production
down.
hell.
DA willing to bet that Mortal Kombat 2 will be better than first movie.
The first of the new Mortal Kombat, not the
Yeah,
very
the-
first
yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Which wasn't even all that good.
You crazy! You crazy! That movie is
Oh,
spectacular.
we're talking
for
about
what it
Cole
is.
Young, but we're just gonna forget about Art.
Oh, the man that just died who barely got any screen time.
And they acted like they were best friends conjoined at the hip.
Sure, you can talk about that. But he wasn't there in the screen for the whole time.
I'm just
Are we just
saying.
forgetting that Cole Young had a whole fight where he got plot armor?
I'm just
Literal plot armor?
They invented a man that they didn't need to invent. He did nothing. He was nothing. And he died.
You can apply all of that to Cole Young, stretch it out over 60 minutes, and he didn't die.
Oh, so you can't apply all of it. Words have meanings, BG. We've talked about this.
You can apply 90% of what you said.
you. That's
stretched
better.
over 60 minutes.
That's
stretched
better.
over 6,000 times the
He had
screen
an arc.
time.
He had an arc. He had a bracelet from his daughter.
What was the daughter's name?
This is for
We
you.
didn't remember
Art.
the
This is for you. This is for you. More.
Oh,
Yeah, his name was Arthur, I believe. But yeah, Art. It was not good.
Yeah, the movie.
No, the movie was good. Don't even hit me.
You
with it.
admits it.
No, I admit to nothing.
And then the last little bit of movie stuff that I have. Do you guys see Peter Dinklage just kind of go off on a little tear on the Snow White live action?
Oh no.
I did.
He got pissed off that they are attempting to make a Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs live action, basically due to the depiction of the dwarves being these curmudgeons that live in a mine. And he was just like,
They had a house. I'll say this about that. He was wrong. They have a house. They work in the mine.
Yes. And I also take that one step forward to where they aren't humans that have dwarfism. They are like the fantasy
Mystical.
dwarven race.
But it's just about the depiction of little people.
Yes.
And I understand him just going, I'm not
That I
trying to
can
be
agree
typecast. I've passed over a bunch of roles that could have advanced my career, but they all just come down to either a joke or a little person curmudgeon. And I understand that. And he's just like, hey, yo, we're still doing this?
But he's being curmudgeon-y.
People can be a curmudgeon without being typecasted.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I understand where he's coming from, but it's not it's not like a mini me type situation where you're
Yeah.
just a small person, and the joke is you're a small person. These are
characters who
dwarves.
happen to be small.
A race of characters that happen to be small.
Yeah.
You are just a human that has a dwarfism disease or whatever it is, as opposed to an actual race of we're this height forever and that's all we're gonna be. But we have like magic powers and
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was the thing. Okay, couple of other little tidbits. Talked about it before. Mountain Dew's making alcoholic Mountain Dew.
Alcoholic Baja Blast.
Why
Yeah.
are you keeping us abreast of this situation?
I'm just stating it for my own self pleasure.
Until you drink it,
He's gonna ruin his life.
It's
It's gonna be over.
He's gonna come on the podcast. The we talking about?
Isn't that you? What are you?
Dang, is the stream started? Dang.
Let me get my list. Clank, 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 clank.
Dang, can't one of y'all do this, Slurp?
One of the
So
things,
sad.
which is smart on them, honestly, it's not caffeinated. They are not repeating the mistakes of Four Loko. It's just like a
Legit killing people.
yeah, Mike's Hard Lemonade situation where it's just a hard seltzer. But yeah, there's that. It's coming out in March. We'll see how podcasts go after that.
Hey, it's gonna be a hot hiatus in March. It's gonna be a couple months of a rehab intervention.
Streams are gonna be
Oh,
a
no.
little different.
Yeah, them smash streams gonna hit different.
Oh boy. I should have
Hey,
talked
I
about.
really have a tail. I have a tail too. Zip.
Want to see my skewer?
Really emote. Zip.
Oh boy.
That's all this.
Jesus Christ. Should have talked about this when we were talking about the Pokemon game, but did you guys see the hunting FPS Pokemon game that was on a bunch of videos were circulating around the internet earlier this week?
Absolutely, it looks like the workings of mad people.
Well made though.
Tremendously so.
Like-
The workings of mad people.
They showed off some arena boss fights with like the legendary birds and Mewtwo. And like the attacks and stuff, I'm just like, whoa, this is well made. Horribly like morbid. In terms of you are just filling these Pokemon with lead. Just like the one point where they show like a Pikachu or like an Eevee running towards him, the guy just like blasts him in the face with a shotgun, and he just crumples and dies. I'm just like, ooh, this is, oh no.
This isn't how it's supposed to be.
But the other half of that news tidbit is that the Pokemon Company went on a purge.
No.
You
How can
can't
they
find
not?
videos of this game anymore, or at least they're way harder to find.
Why would they are trying to protect against fan games of Metroid? You think they're gonna let them you shoot a Pikachu in the face?
Yeah,
And
it's
just
like
let that rock?
they are cool with like faithful adaptations or fan games that like do nothing to hurt the brand whatsoever. It's just, hey, like you could potentially make money off of this, so no go. Yeah, this is 10 steps past that. Where it's like, hey, we're this child-centric company that has these cute little animals you could befriend, and you're over here blowing their heads off with the 50 cal sniper rifle. No. So so there's that, and then the last thing, and it's just I'm only gonna talk about it for 5 minutes because you guys don't care about it. Critical Role's animated show, The Legends of Vox Machina, started releasing this week. I enjoyed the crap out of it, but this is one of those things where I don't think I am an adequate judge of its quality because I'm too big of a fan.
That's fair.
There's just like, there's a bunch of stuff that like especially like some tie-ins, not tie-ins, Easter eggs for like the different campaigns and what have you. Certain lines that they say, certain moments that just I thought were like super good. There's a couple things that like just from, as a fan like sent shivers down my spine. And some of the voice actors went super hard. They also, I just found out, had the show dubbed in multiple languages, including Japanese. And I actually watched the episodes with the Japanese dub, and it was pretty interesting. And I feel like in a fun, surreal way for the voice actors, like many of them made their start in anime dubbing. So hearing the characters that they created dubbed in Japanese, just, I feel like would probably be pretty cool for them. But yeah. If you have Amazon Prime, I would say maybe give it a shot if you like fantasy. Animation-wise, it actually is pretty good. I would say in line with like some of like the DC animated shows or Invincible or along those lines. Obviously, the voice cast of the main Critical Role cast, as well as some bigger heavy-hitting actors. David Tennant, who he has a voice role. He's in, he's out. He doesn't have to come back like he had to do with Genlock, because holy crap. What a waste.
I don't like how they just went, hey, let's go get the big people. I don't like that route. They could have helped out their friends and stuff. For such a big project, you need your cyborgs and your David Tennants.
Well, I mean, Cyborg is their friend. Kari Payton.
Yeah, I know. But you could have gotten some people who would benefit more from it.
Understandable. But yeah, I really like it, and that's all I can really say. Just because, again, I don't think I'm a good good judge of people that aren't fans of Critical Role, how they would enjoy it. They are releasing, it's basically 3 episodes a week, up to 12 episodes, so it's like until about the end of February. And then they have another season that'll be out at some point. But yeah, that is about all I had, unless you guys have anything.
Did you hear the Totally Not Mark thing?
Yes. Oh, yes. We can talk about that. Can we talk about how I'm not an alien?
Doubts.
Verdict's out. But yeah, the whole Toei Animation Totally Not Mark kerfuffle came to a head. So he actually got in contact with someone good at YouTube that worked with him, and basically it was like this whole chain of back and forths between this person, back to YouTube, back to Japanese YouTube, to Toei Animation, and back and forth, where they were trying to make concessions on fair use and what have you, and then Toei sent a list of like, here's the videos that we find that we deem okay, or that we deem still unacceptable, and it was like a hodgepodge of like mix-mashed videos, like some videos from one series, but other ones were fine, even though they had the same content. Basically, it was just a continuation. And they finally got it to a point where he was able to block the videos only in Japan. And that if Toei Animation wanted to continue further legal action of removing the videos in general, that they would have to do that in courts that aren't Japan, where fair use is more broad. So this is a weird, not unusual case where YouTube actually did some good.
The weirdest thing is YouTube already has this system in place. Like you can, the biggest YouTubers can, and like news companies and some other places like corporations, they can set where their videos can be viewed. And I feel like a lot of the fair use that comes from anime could be solved by just not allowing those videos to be viewable in Japan. I think it would solve a lot of the issues. So I don't know why it's not implemented for everybody to have a location based viewing. I truly do not understand.
I don't know. Like, maybe it's to curb like my first thought immediately goes to like extremists and like targeting certain countries from like or blocking your video in certain countries so it's not as easy to find. So like Al Qaeda or what have you. Like that's my first thought.
It could also just be the fact that YouTube is just like, hey, if you blocking in, let's say, Europe, that's just a bunch of people that's not gonna watch your video, not gonna watch the ads, all that stuff. So we're just losing money for basically nothing. If we give everybody this option, they're just gonna be doing it, and we're just not gonna do that.
But then at the same time, I feel like they lose a lot of money when you get somebody like Mark or these people that are using fair use that get unfairly taken down by DMCA, because I feel like Mark is bringing in a lot more money than, let's say, some 15,000 Europe dude that wants to block in Europe or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Al Qaeda, sorry.
That's still
Pronounced it wrong.
a fringe amount of people that are big enough to have a lot of ad revenue and stuff and still get blocked en masse like that.
I feel like it's more scary in the copyright aspect, because if you're blocking, let's say, One Piece episodes from being viewed in Japan, you're gonna have Toei's gonna have a harder time finding those things.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose of it.
But I at the same time, like it's fairly ridiculous. There should be a better system in place. But that's just part one of the Totally Not Mark thing. Part two was the thing Twitter blowing up on him about his DBZ abridged take.
Now, to be fair, there were a lot of people on this side just like, yeah, he's right. But it's been legitimate like 50-50.
And the thing is, like, I can understand where he's coming from in that things like fan works, like a DBZ abridged, will keep a series fresh in people's minds. But I feel like Dragon Ball is such a phenomenon that it was still on people's lips, literally 5 years, 10 years after it ended.
Yeah. Because Tenkaichi 3 came out a year before Team 4 Star started up, and Kai came out 2 years after Team 4 Star started up. So it's not like it was even like and there were still games and stuff coming out during that gap. And he goes, it helped keep the relevancy in the West. So I'm like, okay, so what about stuff like Mexico, where they don't speak English? How did they keep the relevancy? Oh, it's just because it's just a big franchise, huh? That's all this is. So a big franchise will keep its audience. And that's just what it is. It's
I think he put too much on stuff like the Team 4 Star to be like, fan work is what kept you relevant here.
Yeah,
I
way
do.
too much.
Honestly, if there was nothing Dragon Ball from the end of Z to Super, I still feel like it would have been an explosion of renewed vigor. Like, I don't think it was as impactful as he believes it was.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Now, it definitely it definitely kept things fresh for some people. Some people probably, but I feel like that's more like the fringe casual YouTube. Like, I know Dragon Ball, so I'll watch the abridged of it. Like, that's like saying that Yu Yu Hakusho abridged kept Yu Yu Hakusho in people's minds. So the OVA came out, like, that's, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is what's keeping in Konami the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Interesting to people? It's what they had. It's what they recognize.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the DBZ abridged videos got like 7 to 9 million views. So you telling me around the world, 7 to 9, there's only 7 to 9 million Dragon Ball fans? No.
Yes.
And this is overtime, and this is also overtime and repeat watching, things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you know, it was just another one of his. It's hard to root for Mark because I'm just like, I'm feeling
Really
for you,
hard.
I'm feeling for you, my dude. But then you would just say something so stupid, or you would just be like, here's a letter to Oda himself.
I forgot about that.
I can't.
He stands there solemnly.
Oh.
But yeah,
That's
and
what I
it's
had.
interesting. Like, the internet works in mysterious ways because that video itself came out like what, middle of this past week.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
But the discourse of the DBZ abridged stuff came to a head today, where it actually got trending on Twitter, and the Team 4-Star guys are like, no.
Did either of y'all watch the Dan Olsen's NFT line goes up?
No, I did not.
It's good stuff. Okay.
The video that you posted?
Yeah.
I watched about half of it. I haven't finished it yet, though.
It's really informative. It's super good.
I'll definitely do that.
All right, then
At
I
some
guess we're
point.
out of here.
In your life.
At some point in your life, you'll watch that video.
16 facts about summer.
It should have been winter. The better season.
No.
Horned toads can squirt blood out of their eyes.
12.
Gavin says 7. Mike says 12. I'll go with a hot 4. Oh, wow. Nobody?
12.
But,
Woo!
Mike, you got it.
A report published in the Annals of Internal Medicine found that the most dangerous time to go to hospitals is in July. July is the month that seasoned medical residents leave the hospital and new medical students arrive. Death rates increase between 8 to 24% in July.
Clap for y'all season, huh? Clap for y'all season, huh?
You just start having a heart attack. You just look at the calendar like, ooh.
You just start hitting your chest.
Is it
like,
worth
no,
it?
hit it. Keep pumping just one more day.
We can make it till tomorrow.
You get to the hospital. We have our new residents in. No!
Yeah, clap for y'all month. Winter ain't got nothing like that.
Hey, who said it was July? Like, I like June. I like May.
May is spring, sir.
It's at this point, it's summer. Climate change has made it a summer month.
Dude, legitimately, April is winter at this point. I can't remember the last year in April we haven't had snow. Like, I cannot remember it.
Stupid stuff.
We've had like a week of spring, I feel like I want to say, for the last couple of years, and then it just summer. It goes from cold to hot really dang quickly now. All right. With that, thank you everybody for tuning into this episode of the Podcast of Stuff. Who knows if Ralph will be here? We will find out next week.
We'll find out later, at some point in our career.
Yeah.
As we discussed.
At some point, Ralph will be on a podcast in our lifetimes.
What a non-coward.
Later, everybody.